ordinary till you see the core side of it.
And what you're looking for is the story behind the news.
We bring it to you from Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria.
Giving you all sides and political stories round the clock.
Every detail from the start line to the final whistle.
CoreTV News, expanding your view.
It's a beautiful Wednesday evening here in Lagos, and thank you for joining us on CoreTV Primetime News. I am Nifemi Oguntoye. In our major stars, All Progressives Congress National Elective National Convention ongoing in Lagos as 12 governors back Buhari for presidential ticket. Also in this program, President Goodluck Jonathan finally signs the National Health Bill into law. It was Black Wednesday in Kano as two bomb blasts hit the Kanti Quarry textile market, killing 4 and injuring 7. Outside Nigeria, last French hostage held by militants in Mali, Sergei Lazarevich, arrives home in Paris. We'll begin tonight in Lagos, where the 12 governors backing Muhammadu Buhari for the presidential ticket of the All Progressives Congress are currently meeting with him at Lagos House Marina to strategize for the primary, according to Nigeria's independent online newspaper, The Cable. The governors had earlier met at an office in Victoria Island on Tuesday night to take a position after a marathon session overseen by APC national leader Bola Tinubu. At the Lagos House meeting, it was agreed that everything should be done to ensure an orderly and transparent convention to avoid any negative publicity that could damage the image of the party. The governors have assured Buhari that they will mobilize the delegates from their states to vote for him. CoreTV News learned from The Cable that the governors told Buhari they believe he's the man Nigeria needs at these critical times, and the decision is purely in national interest. Those in support of Buhari, as reported earlier, are Abdulaziz Yari of Zamfara, Ibrahim Gaidam of Yobe, Kasim Shettima of Borno, Tanko Amakura of Nasarawa, Abdul Fattah Ahmed from Kwara, Babatude Fashola of Lagos, Abiola Jimobi of Oyo, Adams Oshomole of Edo, and Rauf Aregbesola of Osun State. Others are Ibikunle Amosu of Ogun, Aliyu Wamako of Sokoto State, and Rotimi Amici, Rivers. The two other governors, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso from Kano and Rogers Okorocha of Imo, are also contesting for the presidential ticket, but there are strong speculations now that they may withdraw to team up with the Buhari camp. Media handlers of Kano State Governor Rabiu Kwankwaso, however, have denied reports that he has stepped down from the presidential race. He was said to have stepped down for Muhammadu Buhari alongside another presidential aspirant, Rochas Okorocha. But Kwankwaso media aides have since issued a statement denying the report, while his campaign group has also taken to the social media to dispel the widely reported news. Former head of state and presidential aspirant of the APC, Muhammadu Buhari, has told delegates to the party's presidential primaries that he does not have money to buy their votes. He says in a letter addressed to the 8,000 delegates that even if he has the money, he would not pay to purchase their support. This, according to him, is because the fate of the nation is not for sale. Buhari added in the letter that he does not intend to rule Nigeria, but wants to democratically govern the country. While seeking their support, he noted that he wants to be the next president because he believes he has something to offer Nigeria at a time of multiple crises. Well, the atmosphere at the Taslim Balogun Stadium, venue of the 3rd National Convention and presidential primaries of the All Progressives Congress in Lagos, was a beehive of activities earlier in the day before the arrival of delegates and aspirants. Oluwaseyi Adegoke monitored the early activities at the venue and fought in the support.
Not minding the heavy security presence, party supporters from within and outside Lagos were singing and dancing in support of their favorites among the aspirants. They equally voiced their stand on the outcome of the primaries and its ultimate effect on the leadership of the country come 2015.
We should expect a peaceful, smooth, well-organized, well-coordinated primaries for the presidency. All the players in the game are astute men in the society that we all know. They are gentlemen to the core, and they are people put together that can deliver this country from its...
Nigeria is in dilemma, and we need someone to save us from where we are today.
Nigeria is not divided today, we are united today, and on that we stand.
As delegates trooping one after the other ahead accreditation and the election proper, the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Orilope Adefulere, while expressing optimism at the expected outcome of the exercise, says the best candidate will emerge.
I expect that the will of God will prevail. The popular choice of Nigeria that will benefit Nigeria, that will take Nigeria to a greater height, that will bring about integrity, consistency, that will also bring about prosperity and change.
Our view was also shared by our counterpart from Osun State, Titi Laoye. Meanwhile, the heat is on who will finally mark the party's presidential candidate. Oluwaseyi Adegoke, CoreTV News, Lagos.
President Goodluck Jonathan wants politicians to engage in robust political debates rather than indulge in ceaseless quarrels. He made the call at the official launch of the Kuka Center, founded by prominent social critic and Catholic Bishop of Sokoto Diocese, Matthew Kuka. Jonathan likened the center to the Brooklyn Institute in the United States and urged the political class to draw inspiration from it. Well, and away from that story now, as members of the All Progressives Congress converge on Lagos to pick a presidential candidate, the ruling People's Democratic Party are holding a special convention to ratify the candidacy of President Goodluck Jonathan. Speaking on the sidelines of the event, some key PDP leaders described the gathering in Abuja as a show of strength that would translate to a second term in office for the president. The convention will also ratify the position of Adamu Muazu as party chairman.
As our elections draw close, I call on all our people to see this as another opportunity for us to renew our commitment to deepening our democracy and strengthening our bond of unity. Democracy is not just about political parties and politicians alone. It is not just about winning or losing elections. Democracy is about freedom. Because I think we are over-defining our democracy today by quarreling, and as if democracy is all about competitors quarreling, just like motor park workers will always quarrel. I am personally convinced that the center could not have a finer mentor than the revered gentleman of long patriotic standing, Bishop Matthew Hassan Kuka.
President Goodluck Jonathan there at the launch of the Kuka Center, founded by prominent social critic and Catholic Bishop of Sokoto Diocese Matthew Kuka. We'll bring you details of the PDP National Convention subsequently. Now, 5 governorship aspirants of the Labour Party in Oyo State have conceded the governorship ticket of the party to former Governor Adebayo Alao Akala during the party's primary in Ibadan. The 5 aspirants are Sharafuddin Ali, Nuruddin Akinyo, Kazim Adedeji, Oluwabiala and Olatunji Sadiq, with Ali nominated as the running mate to Akala. The former governor, who left the People's Democratic Party on Monday, immediately announced his decision to join the Labour Party. In his acceptance speech, Alao Akala thanked all other aspirants and the party for accepting him and giving him the honor of flying the flag of the party, while also expressing optimism that the party will form the next government in power.
I want to reiterate that we never planned to leave the PDP. We were not chased out leaders, but it was evident that the current leadership of the party has forgotten that politics is not the same as election. Let me affirm here that after politics from the top comes election, which can only be decided by the massive state. I want to use this opportunity to thank everyone that made this union what is it today. People make party. Together we shall make history.
You're on to CoreTV Primetime News. We'll be back after this break with more stories. Don't go away.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Professor.
My former students.
Happy birthday.
Every day, life is made better by the moments of surprise we create for others and for ourselves. Be better. Surprise someone this season and make sure to text 11 to 400 to get a surprise from MTN.
MTN, everywhere you go.
Welcome back. You're watching CoreTV Primetime News, and if you just joined us, a quick reminder of our top stars. All Progressives Congress elective national convention ongoing in Lagos as 12 governors back Buhari for presidential ticket. It's good news as President Goodluck Jonathan finally signs the National Health Bill into law. And it's a sad one as twin bomb blast hit the Kanti Quarry textile market in Kano, killing 4 and injuring 7. Outside Nigeria, last French hosted held by militants in Mali, Sergei Lazarevich arrives home in Paris. All right, let's start with the good news. The National Health Bill is finally part of the nation's body of laws several months after its passage by the National Assembly. The presidential spokesman, Ruben Abati, confirmed that President Goodluck Jonathan signed the bill several weeks ago. This comes a few weeks after a rights activist staged a protest in Abuja to demand assent to the health bill. The bill will, among others, ensure better funding of basic healthcare services by committing 1% of the Consolidated Revenue Fund to primary health centers. It also covers provision of healthcare insurance for Nigerians, especially the less privileged. Was a Black Wednesday in Kano, a suicide bombers against struck, killing at least 4 people at Kanti Quarry Textile Market. 7 people were also injured in the latest bomb attack that occurred less than 2 weeks after over 100 people were killed in a Ghanaian bomb attack on the Kano Central Mosque. Police Commissioner Adiran Lishinaba, who confirmed the death toll, added that the suicide bombers were girls in hijab. The County Quarry Market is the biggest textile market in Kano and possibly in Nigeria. Wednesday's bombing is the second in the area since December 2012, when 4 people were also killed in an explosion outside a mosque near the market. Meanwhile, Inspector General of Police Sulaiman Abba has warned Nigerians to be wary of gifts from unknown persons that may pose as friends during the festive period. Now, this, according to him, is to avoid explosive-laden hampers as gifts. The police helmsman who issued this warning in a statement in Abuja also cautioned against the use of fireworks known locally as knockout or bangers, which he says may further heighten fear of insecurity. The Police High Command has also directed all zonal AIGs and command commissioners of police to take all necessary measures to provide adequate security for worshippers, travelers, picnickers and all citizens across the country before, during and after the Yuletide period. Abba wants commissioners of police to personally ensure that all key and vulnerable points within the jurisdiction, including places of worship, recreation centers and motor parks, are effectively protected. A former president of the Court of Appeal, Justice Maman Nasiri, says the federal government should seek the assistance of ex-servicemen to end the deadly Boko Haram insurgency that has claimed thousands of lives in the northeast states of the country. Nasiri, who's also chairman of the Advisory Council of the Ahmadu Bello Memorial Foundation, while speaking at the press conference in Kaduna, says the activities of Boko Haram had persisted because of disunity, positing that Nigerians were not united enough to fight insurgency. Nasir said the current state of the nation should not be a platform for criticism, irrespective of political differences. He says the most disturbing part of it all is the seeming indifference of the political class to the ongoing bloodletting in the Northeast. He also advised President Goodluck Jonathan to convey a meeting of all past leaders of the country with a view to coming up with concrete measures to tackle the Boko Haram menace. A federal High Court in Abuja says former President Olusegun Obasanjo is in contempt of court by going ahead to flout its order which restrained him from his autobiography tagged My Watch. Justice Valentine Ashi, while ruling on the matter, gave the former president a 24 hours notice to show cause why he should not be punished for flouting the court order, while also ordering security agencies, including the police and the Department of State Service, to recover the book from bookshelves nationwide. He also ordered that the enrolled orders of the court be served on all media houses in the country and also on the defendant by publication in 2 national daily newspapers. The judge had earlier on December 5 restrained Obasanjo from going ahead with the publication of the autobiography pending the determination of the 20 billion naira libel suit instituted against him by a People's Democratic Party chief in Ogun State, Buruji Kashamo. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, on Wednesday rearranged the trial of Mahmoud Tukar, Ochonogo Alex, Abdullahi Alao, and their companies, Eternal PLC, Axenergy, and Star Inspection Services Nigeria Limited, on the 38 amended count charges bordering on conspiracy, obtaining money under false pretense, and forgery. The accused persons allegedly colluded to obtain 3.1 billion naira from the federal government under the guise that the money was for the importation of premium motor spirit. The accused persons pleaded not guilty when the charges were read to them. Prosecuting counsel Rotimi Jacobs then requested a trial date, but defense counsel urged the court to allow the accused persons maintain their previous bail terms and conditions. Justice Akapo acceded to the request and adjourned the matter to March 2nd, 3rd and 4th, 2015 for commencement of trial. A Delta State High Court sitting in Warri has convicted and sentenced two clergymen, Pastor Glory Okwegane Abrafena and Reverend Vincent Opogu, to 7 years imprisonment each for stealing depositors' funds amounting to 32 million naira. The two men were nabbed after deceiving unsuspecting members of the public into investing in Mustard Seed Micro Investment Limited and ended up defrauding them. While delivering judgment, Justice Franklin Okwo convicted the accused persons on all of the 9-count charges preferred against them by the EFCC. They were sentenced to 7 years imprisonment on each count. The sentence is to run concurrently. Human rights activists in Osun State say the government has not done well in protecting the rights of Nigerians. They spoke in Osogbo on the occasion of the World Human Rights Day and charged the federal government on rights protection, which also urging Nigerians to fight for their rights at all times.
Any government that failed to protect life and property is no more a government. It is clearly written in our constitution. Enough is enough. That's why budgeting billions of naira on security. People are being killed on a daily basis in Nigeria. We say no to this. Over 200 of our girls were still in captive since all these days. We said release our girls.
Because when you look at the activities of the security agents and the government itself, I would say categorically that Nigeria has not fared better in the areas of preserving the human rights of our citizens.
So the rubbish was always, and I'm using this avenue to call the women that we should troop out in mass to fight for the rights of the women in Nigeria. If we don't fight for our rights, our greater tomorrow will be useless. So today is the thing that we can do to fight for our greater tomorrow.
Where we have a leader that's not capable to protect the citizens, our right to life is at stake, and every Nigerian must be concerned. That's why we feel it very, very important to identify with the civil society, to also march on the street, to tell Nigerian government that we cannot accept anything less than adequate protection of our life and property.
Now, talking about revolution, the year 2015 is not only to witness a change in political administration, but also in broadcasting. Patience Ajiboye was at the 13th annual general meeting of the Broadcasting Organization of Nigeria, BAN, with the theme, Our Final Lap to Digitization. Her report is presented from our studios.
The 3 days meeting, which is aimed at driving home the gospel of digitization of the nation's broadcast space from 2015, not only to the industry but also the public, had experts in the industry in attendance. Speaking at the meeting, National President of one of the unions in the sector, Ratawu Yemisi Gbangboshi, says the government and his union are working towards a target which he says his union will also ensure is not reversed.
We are giving federal government the ultimatum, and there is no going back. We need to sit down with MDC, we need to sit down with BON. We want to know the structure on ground, because we don't want what happened maybe in Zimbabwe and some East African countries where they are digitized and they have to run back again. And by that time, you will have done the damage.
On the feasibility of digitization in 2015, despite not receiving enough publicity for the public to be in the know, Kenny Ogungbe of Dar Communications has this to say.
When GSM came, nobody was aware. They just know that, okay, GSM is coming. Everybody was using 090. But the revolution that is going to happen is going to be the same revolution, if not bigger, if not more, when this thing is all open up for digital terrestrial television. Because small Nigerians will be entertained, they'll be well informed, and they will have more than few stations that they watch.
Abubakar Jigiwa says it is a process that will be continuous and should not be expected to take off in all parts of the country at once.
Digitalization is a process. It's not an event. It is something that will have to be discussed constantly. There must be continuous dialogue with all stakeholders, the workers, the media owners, the media proprietors, the broadcasters, the core professional broadcasters, everybody should be part of the dialogue.
With promised accessibility to more stations at a reduced rate as part of the benefits of digitization, 2015 sure promises to bring with it challenges and success of the process if it indeed takes off.
This is Lagos and you're watching CoreTV Primetime News. We'll be back after this break with business, sports and stories outside Nigeria. If you stay with us.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Professor.
My former students.
Happy birthday.
Every day, life is made better by the moments of surprise we create for others and for ourselves. Be better. Surprise someone this season and make sure to text 11 to 400 to get a surprise from MTN.
MTN, everywhere you go.
And now to business. Report has it that Nigeria's foreign reserves fell to $39.95 billion in December 8th this year as the Central Bank of Nigeria stepped up its defense of the naira. Figures on the CBN's website showed a month ago reserves stood at $37.98 billion. The reserves fell from $44.53 billion to $35.95 billion, down by 19.3%. Now, the naira has fallen drastically against the dollar this year since 8% devaluation by the CBN last month as global oil prices slump. The United States government has advised the federal government to prioritize the development of the cocoa industry. Amid the dwindling oil revenue caused by global fall in prices of crude oil, U.S. diplomatic mission to Nigeria said it was unfortunate that the country, which thrived on extensive cocoa production and export, had failed to key into the rising global demand for the agricultural commodity. The U.S. Consul General Jeffrey Hawkins explained that although there was an insatiable worldwide appetite for chocolate, Nigeria was not positioning itself to take advantage of the opportunity. Hawkins said these at the Nigeria Cocoa Summit organized by the U.S. Agency for International Development in conjunction with the Sustainable Trade Initiative and Global Integrated Supply Chain firm. According to him, with improved production of cocoa, Nigeria could target emerging economies such as China and India and other developed nations whose citizens have developed a taste for chocolate. The naira fell slightly today before stabilizing in the early trade against the dollar after two international oil companies sold to fund their local operations. The naira traded at 183 naira 23 kobo to a dollar. It was down by 0.3% after it opened at 183 naira 20 kobo from its previous close. Total sold $16 million to buy the naira, while Shell sold an undisclosed amount to boost liquidity. Now let's join Sabina Izaku with the stock market report.
CoreTV News Stock Market Report is brought to you by MTN.
MTN, everywhere you go.
Hello there and welcome to the Stock Market Report segment with me, Sabina Izoku. The equities transaction on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange ended on a negative note today. The All Shares Index depreciated by 2.21% to close at 32,203.62 basis points. In the same manner, the market capitalization went down to close at 10.63 trillion naira. In all, 376.2 million units of shares valued at 6.6 billion naira were exchanged in 4,230 deals. On the gainer side, Stanbic topped the gainers chart, followed by 7up, Owando, Nigerian Aviation Holding Company of Nigeria, and the First Bank Nigerian Holdings. On the losers side, Seplat Oil topped the losers chart, followed by Nigerian Breweries, Mobil, Guinness, and Dangote Summit. On the 5 top trade charts, the First Bank Nigerian Holdings topped the traders chart, followed by Guarantee Trust Bank, Eco Transnational Incorporation, Zenith Bank, and Transcorp. And to wrap up the stock market report, here's the currency exchange rate for today.
CoreTV News Stock Market Report is brought to you by MTN.
MTN, everywhere you go.
And our stories from the sports scene is Bronson Uwana.
Thanks for joining us on Sport News tonight. I am Bronson Uwana. Brazilian legend Pelé has been discharged from a Sao Paulo clinic, joking about plans to play in the Rio de Janeiro Olympic after recovering from a kidney complaint that left him in intensive care. The Brazilian football legend's health has left the soccer-mad nation on tenterhooks since his admission, but the 74-year-old icon of Brazilian football's gold age assured his compatriot that while he had given a fight by the health care, he had always been confident of recovering.
First of all, I would like to thank the doctors who took care of me during these last 2 weeks. It was a shock, but thank God I am fine. I am recovering. I thank God and all the people who sent me messages. I was touched because I received messages from China, Pakistan, and from almost every country in Europe. I didn't know so many people who were waiting to know how long I was doing. Of course, I was worried. It came to a surprise. I wasn't scared to die. You know when you are from, it is hard to die. Pelé, as any other 74-year-old patient who leaves hospital after 15 days, will go through a recovery phase. When a patient stays in bed for a while, he loses muscle. So his muscles will go through a recovery phase. During a week or 10 days, he will start physiotherapy and will soon be able to move properly with his clinical state and will be evaluated. But this is normal for any patient who leaves the hospital after 15 days.
Tottenham Hotspur has given striker Emmanuel Adebayo an immediate and indefinite leave of absence, with the former Arsenal striker set to return to Togo to settle a personal issue. The club announced via Twitter this afternoon that the Togo international will return to his homeland to sort out a personal problem, while they failed to elaborate on what the matter entails. Adebayo's older brother, Kola, said earlier this month that Muslim spiritual men had brainwashed the 30-year-old into believing his mother had placed a curse on him. Adebayo will now return home and try to take charge of the matter. Now in the world of Formula One, Jenson Button's Formula One's future will become a lot clearer on Thursday when McLaren announced their drivers' lineup for 2015 after weeks of wrangling. The 34-year-old 2009 world champion has been vying with Kelvin Magnussen for a right to partner Fernando Alonso. The team plans to take their decision public at a news conference at the Surrey factory on Thursday morning. Spaniard Alonso, a double world champion, has returned to McLaren after 5 seasons with Ferrari. Sport news tonight in the world of tennis. Former world top 200 tennis player Nikki Landhill has allegedly made an extraordinary admission about fixing a match last year. The Daily Telegraph report that Landhill, a Swedish-born Austrian, alleged told ex-pro Matthew Fox that he would throw a match at a tournament in Tunsball last September. Fox then bet on the outcome of the match, which Landhill lost to a qualifier named Andrew Cobbett, 6-2, 6-3. And that's my final whistle on Sport News tonight. I am Bronson Uwana. Very big thanks for watching.
You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website, www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to CoreTV Primetime Days.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV, leave a space, then news. CoreTV News, a 24-hour news station.
Welcome back, and now to stories outside Nigeria. Host state France, last remaining host state Sergei Lazarovich has arrived home after 3 years at the hands of Islamist militants to be greeted by his family and French President François Hollande. The beaming 51-year-old, dressed casually in a blue hooded top, was welcomed warmly by Hollande at the military airport outside Paris for an emotional embrace with his mother and sister. Lazarovich, sporting a closely cropped beard, shared a joke with Hollande and the rest of his family after exiting the jet with his daughter. Lazarovich expressed joy at gaining freedom again while addressing reporters, saying he had forgotten what it's like to be free. Hollande said it was an enormous joy to see him back on French soil. Lazarovich was the last of more than a dozen French citizens taken captive in recent years, with those held in Africa reaching a high of 15 last year. Now, he was freed after intensive efforts by Niger and Mali. There was no immediate information on how the release was secured or whether France paid a ransom. Lazarovich was snatched by armed men in Mali on November 24, 2011, while on a business trip with fellow Frenchman Philippe Verdun in a kidnapping claimed by Al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb. A 7 Palestinian Authority Minister Zaid Abu Ain has been killed after a protest by youths that was stopped by Israeli troops. His death has been described by President Mahmoud Abbas as a major shock that will lead to refusal to cooperate with Israel on security front. Palestinians also reacted to his death in the West Bank.
This is a terrorist army which is committing terrorist acts against the Palestinian people. We came here to our Palestinian land in order to plant trees, and they're attacking us. Nobody threw a stone, nobody attacked them. But this terrorist army is committing terrorist acts against the Palestinian people.
What happened is a barbaric Israeli attack against a peaceful demonstration that caused the martyrdom of Minister Ziad Abu Ain. It's not the first time that the Israelis kill demonstrators, even if they are peaceful.
Before we go tonight, another look at our top stars. Reported that the All Progressives Congress Elective National Convention is ongoing in Lagos as 12 governors back Buhari for presidential ticket. We also told you that President Goodluck Jonathan has finally signed the National Health Bill into law. A twin bomb blast has hit the County Quarry textile market in Kano, killing 4 and injuring 7. Outside Nigeria, last French host state held by militants in Mali, Sergei Lazarovich, arrives home in Paris. And that's the show tonight. Thank you for watching. I am Nifemi Oguntoye. Do have a pleasant night rest.